Oh,
Hello.
I know you.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Ash. I always love when you're here. I always feel like my brain is like, hey, it's time.
It's time to break some brains, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's that
you
time.
know, like it's I had these things, and then I was like, my brain was like, no, we need Ash. I was like, okay, here we go.
Can do.
Um, so
It
as
worked
you can
out. It worked
see,
out well.
it does.
Yep.
It does. Hey, Ja, welcome in. Oh, I'm hearing an echo. Ja, can you hear an echo or is it just me? It could just be me.
How do I protect myself? Well, we're going to get into that.
We are so gonna get into that.
Yes, we got to go into all the reasons why you need all the protection. Yep.
No echo. All right, perfect. Beautiful. Thanks, Ja. Yeah, I figured since you're here a lot now, I came up with this beautiful overlay for you and I of the clouds and the sky and your own little logo down there of the Wondercast. So if you guys don't know, Ash is the proud owner and runner of 123 Mad Ash, the Wondercast podcast. So do I still have? It's been a while since I've been in this one here.
And also Light Side Radio as well. I'm going to actually tonight it would normally be a Wondercast night, but I'm actually doing a Light Side Radio Wondercast kind of hangout session portion tonight. So it's
Hello, Bright. Thanks for the raid.
So tonight's going to be a little bit of a mixture of both shows. It worked out well for this show tonight because, I didn't really have anything planned for tonight anyway, real big plans anyway. So, yeah, this worked out great.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of reach out when we need each other. It's kind of an interesting kind of concept we got going on. We got so Jar in the house and Bright, Mr. Reality Pocket himself all up in here. Welcome in, guys. You guys know the rules here. Like, share, subscribe, all of those fun things. And again, you guys know the rules. Be kind, be humble. If you don't like the content, that's okay. You can always leave and come back another night. Just don't be hateful. If you have questions, please ask questions. If you have pushbacks, even pushbacks.
By all means, ask questions. I'd love to answer any questions.
Pushbacks as well. So if you have any if I don't get to your question right away, don't fret. I do put them in a little box over here. And we will get to your questions at that point. But I feel like coming into, fall and winter and the cooler months and things a little bit darker, days are getting shorter. People's tempers may be getting a little shorter. We could talk about protection and what that's like. And Darth Jason with the raid.
Big time raid.
Mr. Darth Jason.
Thanks, Darth. Go check out Darth Jason. He has a lot of good content. He does music videos like I do. Yeah, actually, my Light Side Radio is based off of his show. Yeah.
So you guys know what to do. Drop your links. I'm not shy in this link. And in my shows, you guys know that. Drop your link. Let everyone know where to find you. And friends in the chat, make sure to click and subscribe to all of our friends. It's a great, wonderful tool. Rumble families are great. I love everybody here. Very few and far that I come across somebody that I don't like.
Yep. Hi, Nana Bear. Hello.
Hello, Jason.
Ma Bell. Hello.
All of our peeps are here.
All the peeps are coming in. I love it.
Ma Bell dropping her Ma Troubled Days link.
Check out mytroubleddays.com. Go check out mytroubleddays.com. He has some good music over there. His band is great. Go check him out.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, so do we want to hop right in?
I guess we can. Yeah.
Feet first. We going feet first or we going head first?
I mean, whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter to me. However we jump in, doesn't matter.
As long as we float back to the top.
You can produce a cannonball if you want.
As long as it's not a belly flop.
No, we don't want no belly flops. No.
No.
All right. So,
yeah.
Where do you want to start? Where do you want me to start off? Or you want to start off this thing?
I feel like we kind of started it off. So now you need to take us on that journey.
Jump in. All right. Well, here we go. All right, so let's do a little recap of what I talked about last time on the show. Okay, so we talked about the law of one, basically overview last time overall. We're going to get into more of the in-depth detail. What is the dark beings? What do they have to deal with? Who all are they involved with? All the stuff that has to do with protection that I can come up with at this moment in time. Also, things that Ross says specifically from the Law of One book that I do the Law of One information from. What does Ross say about cleansing rooms and things of that nature? Okay, we're going to get into all of that stuff. So I guess we need to start off with a little bit of a recap. So the third density is the density that you're in right now. Okay, this is the reality that we're in right now. Okay, so the third density. Can we talk about the light beings? Yes, we can. You sure can. What do you want to know about the light beings, my friend?
Let's start off with what is a light being?
Okay. Well, now here's where it gets into discrepancies. So there are love and light beings, and there are light wisdom beings. Okay. So we have the ones that are love and light. They are the ones that are of the good side, and they are, by all senses and purposes, the angelic terrestrial beings and angelic beings that are above that, which is sixth density and above, which would be the true angelics that are, I guess you could say, non-terrestrial angelics. Those are what you would call the light or the love and light beings. Okay. Now, some might refer to the other side as light beings, when in reality they are false light givers. Okay. That is the best way I can explain it. Yes, they're more about wisdom and knowledge than they are about the light, so to speak. That's just kind of like a secondary thing that they like to throw around as a terminology for themselves. You have love and light, and then you have the wisdom, primarily knowledge-based, and then you have the light secondary, because that's like secondary for them. They are selfish individuals. They are the demons and devils that is in this reality, okay? And they are all terrestrial. There is no demons and devils in heaven, so to speak. Yeah, the false light. Yes, false light givers. Yes. So they are like the ones that are dark beings by their base concepts and the way that they view things, but it's deep down ingrained in them. But at the same time, they can have access to said light for the purposes of doing their own magic and purposes of connection through the creator, if you will. But at the same time, everything that they do is selfishly based, all selfishly based. It's all about the oneself only, and giving orders to those that are below. Okay. So now we're getting into, the third density is where we are now. Okay. We are also in what is known as a quarantine. Okay. Now the reference to what is a quarantine goes back to the law of one. And essentially, long ago, there was too many light beings and good, or I should say good and bad beings here doing all kinds of things. Okay. They were Jason of TGA, like Lucifer, the light bringer. Light bringer. Yes, exactly. Exactly, my friend. It gets into the whole idea of, we're going to get into this later as well, the whole idea that you have to test the spirit, because you don't know if that said being that is in front of you is a good being or a bad being, because they may look very beautiful, but deep inside of themselves, it may be as black as pitch. So you have to be very careful what you're dealing with. Getting into the whole idea of Lucifer was a beautiful being and all of that stuff. Getting into the whole idea of that whole concept, okay? So the quarantine on this planet was instated long ago because there were good beings here and bad beings here, and they were messing with humanity just too much, okay? So they had to have a quarantine put in place. This quarantine was essentially instated by Council of Nine, which according to the Law of One sits in the rings of Saturn. And their purpose is essentially to balance that is between the light and the dark, to make sure that they're not overstepping their bounds in any way, shape, or form. Okay. So their purpose is essentially working with the one creator for the purposes of keeping the balance. Okay. They instated a quarantine. Now it's not so easy for them to come here as easily. We'll get into that. All right. So what are the fourth and fifth density dark side beings? Okay. The fourth density dark side beings, they are beings that will be referred to as the demons on all senses of reality, okay, on the dark side. And the fifth densities would be considered in all senses and purposes, the devils, okay? The devils control the demons, so on and so forth, okay? So we're looking at a situation where the fourth densities, they are the demons, the worker bees, if you will, that do what they're supposed to do by the devils and what they have told them to do, okay? Now, the demons, the fourth densities, their main purpose and goal is to mess with people's emotions. That's what they come to do, okay? They're not as good at being invisible as a lot of other things. And you mean like fifth densities? Fifth densities are almost perfect at it. Fourth densities, you can almost tell where they are at times. Like, for instance, if you see a shadow person or something like that, that's probably a fourth density being moving around doing whatever, okay? And you're still able to see it somewhat, okay? The devils control the demons. What does Hillary Clinton fit? Good point. I would say she's almost in that devil category at this point, because she controls a lot of those demons, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's a puppet master.
Yeah. But she has puppet masters too.
Yep.
They all do. Every one of them. There's a music video by Devin Townsend Project. It's called March of the Poozers. And in that song, he talks about, we are the ones that have slaves as masters. 100% on the point.
Yeah.
When it comes to the Orions. 100% on point. 100%. So these fourth densities, they mess with people's minds. They primarily mess with people's minds, okay? Mm-hmm. They'll cause doubts. They'll cause you to become emotionally triggered. They'll cause you, basically, it's like they get in your mind, psychically attack you.
They're succubus.
They're succubus. They're
the selfish people around you.
The incubus, the succubus, all of that stuff. There's legitimacy to all of that stuff. Every bit of it. Every bit of it has legitimacy. These beings are essentially sitting in the darkness, manipulating people's minds for the purposes of control. Okay, whether that be control for whatever purposes that they're set there to do. Sometimes it's just to throw you off the track. You may be getting too close to the love and light, and then they see that and they go, oh man, we got to stop this person. We got to divert them. We got to get other people to harass this person, get them off the track. Okay, a lot of that happens on a regular basis. Okay, they can minutely control certain aspects of your bodily physics.
Dominion After Dark coming in with a $1 rant that says, Gina, I found $1 that has, or it says I found $1 that has Gina written on it with a phone number. I will give it to you for privacy reasons.
Interesting. Anyway, so the fourth densities, they can minutely control certain aspects of certain physical form, if you will, on the person, but it's very slight. It's more like they manipulate a little bit of your body chemistry, but that's about as far as it goes. I mean, they might be able to make you sicker by making certain parts of your body chemistry not being able to protect itself properly versus foreign adversaries like viruses, bacteria, things of that nature. That's very possible. But anyway, so when it gets into the hierarchy of these fourth density beings, from what I've seen, now again, this is from what I've seen. Now this is through crystal work and things of that nature that I've done. It seems like the hierarchy from what I've seen already at this point seems to be some sort of like reptilious humanoid form and fourth density over pretty much all the other ones. And you have like insectoids, grays, all underneath that like bracket, underneath all of that. And they're all dark beings. They're all that they fit into that dark being category. Now, again, they're not all, again, we get into a dangerous category whenever we start talking about these beings, because not 100% of all beings are demons, devils. They may look like it, but at the same time, what's inside of here? What's inside of the soul itself, okay? There are going to be some gray beings that look like grays, but they're not grays, but they have a different mindset and viewpoint about helping of others. And then you have like insectoids. You might be some insectoids that look like insectoids by all senses and purposes of Orions, but at the same time, they may have a different viewpoint on how they view people and all other beings. Mm-hmm. So we got to be careful when we lump some things into categories as well, because not everything is 100%. This is why it always goes back to, like it says in the Bible, test the spirit, because you don't know what the spirit has in offer for you. It could be selfishness, or it could be selflessness, one or the other. So, but at the same time, I'm seeing a hierarchy at this point in time of reptilians, insectoids, and like grays like up underneath. That's what I'm seeing at this point in time for hierarchy. Dude, I'm 100% with you on that. What does weak magnetic fields in humans make us vulnerable to these attacks? I would say yes. Yes. I would say anytime you have a weaker magnetic field, it might have a occurrence of these beings being able to get through a little bit more effectively. Yeah, I would say yes. All right, so we talked about the fourth densities, okay, the demons, okay? Now let's get into the fifth densities, okay? Fifth densities are the devils. These are the dark side, okay? They are the devils. The hierarchy changes on a regular basis. So when you say Lucifer, it could be a number of Lucifers. It could be a number of them. It changes out depending on the individual who has the most power at any given time. You know, in the old days, we used to refer to them as different names and things like that of who had the highest of hierarchy and all of that stuff. Now we don't. We just refer to it as Lucifer or Satan or whatever the case may be, which in reality, there's truth to that. But at the same time, the hierarchy of that being in power at the most highest of points varies at different points in time, depending on who's in the most power. Because the power structure works its way down as far as how this works. So let's give an example. A devil being, a fifth density devil being, says to a fourth density group of demons, he says, all right, demons, go out there and go and attack this one person over here, okay? If they succeed in their attacks, all the repercussions of that power doesn't go to those fourth density beings. It goes right back to the fifth density being that's at the highest apex of that power structure. So they achieve further up the ladder the more they are successful in running the demons and about and doing things. Yep. Now, the demons on their own, those fourth densities on their own, go out and about and do things evil and things on their own and do stuff. They get the power from that as well. But if they're ordered to do it, power structure goes all the way up to the top. And then they gain more and more structure and further up the ladder you go. Okay. The fifth densities, as this is what Ra refers to them as, they walk with light feet. You will never know they're around. You will never know they're in the room with you. You will never know they are anywhere near you. These beings cannot be seen. They cannot be felt. You might feel them take that back. You might feel them if they psychically attack you. You might feel a cold chill.
Yeah.
But other than that, you may not feel anything else. These beings are highly adept at destroying you. These beings come in. They are the poltergeists. They are the beings that we've always heard about. They are the violent ones. They throw stuff. They get violent. They pull things around. They do all kinds of stuff. I have a story. When I've been getting attacked by fourth and fifth density beings when I started doing the Wall of One information on a regular basis, and I thought I was going to die, and that's when I found the obsidian and I started getting healing from after that point. And there was a fifth density being in my house throwing stuff. And it threw a cup. Shit you not. It threw a cup labeled Super Dad. It threw it and broke it. It was like it was sending a message to me saying, I'm going to break this Super Dad. So again, these beings, they are highly adept. They manipulate your internal organs. They manipulate your body structure. They can do all kinds of things that is not good for you. They can make you sicker, all the time sicker. Not to mention they can in some individuals, they could inhabit them. And Nana Bear, I hate when that happens, Ash. See, Nana knows because me and her have had talks about this. She's had experiences herself about beings and things of that nature. So me and her are on the same page with this. Like, I know, dear. I believe you, I know. But yeah, these beings, they are the devils. These beings are at the highest tipping point of what is darkness, okay? These beings run all the other darkness. And what's messed up is they don't see the creator in others, or they choose not to. I've had this discussion with Darth before, and he says they choose not to. And I can believe that. I really can. I really can believe that. But these beings are hard to deal with, and they're hard to drive off. Like the fourth densities, you might be able to get away with driving them off in normal conventional ways, but the fifth densities, they are hard to drive off, and they find loopholes any chance they get. I still am finding loopholes that they're finding on me on a regular basis. They're hard to deal with. But anyway, so let's get into the connection to the New World Order here. All right, so these beings, this is according to Ra, they come to a elite. I don't like calling them elite. Quite honestly, I think they are the worst of the worst of our people. Honestly, quite honestly, they're not an elite, but they come to an elite, and they tell these people that they are better than everybody else, and that with our help, you can just conquer and destroy and control everything underneath you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a matter and ways of controlling them as well. And it's just a matter of ways of controlling that which is below them, which could be a problem. Okay? So these elite get created by these fourth and fifth density beings of darkness, and then they make deals with them on a regular basis. This gets into the whole summoning of demons and devils and things of that nature. This gets into the windows of opportunity. Getting right back into it right now. The windows of opportunity that gets created from our side of the fence to be able to communicate with these things. Okay. Now now I've discussed the quarantine. I've discussed that there's a quarantine on this planet. And it's not so easy for these beings to just come here and just take over and do whatever that they want. So with this concept of, oh no, are we going to get invaded by aliens and they're going to take over and they're going to do whatever they want to us? No, it's not that simple. They can't do that. But they can manipulate the highest levels of our elite into basically invasion. Okay? At the highest points. Okay? So these beings manipulate the elite into controlling all that is below them. They can't officially invade. Oh, wait, go back here. Jason TJ, they are the narcissists. I saw an old BBC documentary on them where I certified 9 trait narcissists openly explaining they are coming and messing with everything. My daughter just knocked over a chair. Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, is she okay?
Yeah, she's fine. She fell right over. Anyway, so yes, you're 100% right. These are sociopaths, these are narcissists, and quite honestly, some of them are made monsters. And as weird as that sounds, I know a lot of people are going to have a hard time with that one. But some of these people have been in these family lines for a long time, and they are made this way to some extent. But at the same time, these people will get mentally broken, or they will find some way to make an alternate for themselves. So they'll have a split personality. A lot of them will, because they can't deal with the things that they were doing to other people. So now we're in a situation where the elite come down here. These beings come to the elite, give them information on how to control others, how to manipulate others. And they also have to vie for power when they come here, because let's just face it, these dark beings, they don't want to help you with jack and shit. So they want to hurt you. They want to manipulate you. They want to control you. And even at the tippy toppest, most highest points with the Illuminati families, they want to control them too.
Yep.
So now it's a vie for power. So now when they summon these beings, they have to vie for power against them, because whoever gets control over the situation will get the power at the end of the road. So if the fourth densities come down and they make deals and they gain the power structure and they gain the control, they get the power brought back to, whether that be fourth densities who did it and made the deal, or whether that be the fifth densities that sent them there to make that deal.
Yep.
Okay. So this is how this works. Now, if the humans gain control of the situation, which is hard to do, might I add, because Ra even says, more often than not, you have to find an adept, somebody who knows how to manipulate at the highest orders of manipulation to be able to over-manipulate the manipulators. So it's possible, but at the same time, can you really control the demons? Anyway.
The only one you can control is yourself.
Right. So we've talked about that window of opportunity to be able to make contact. There's the other opportunity, which is making trade. They can make trade with these beings. A lot of high government officials make trade for black projects. They make trade with these beings for technology. And what do the beings get in return, you might ask? Because there's got to be a trade, right? Because it's, we're getting technology. These beings don't want to help you with jack and shit. So what are they getting in return for this situation? Well, they get genetics. They get to take people. They get to abduct people and send them off into intergalactic slave trades. They get to get into all this weird stuff that we don't like to talk about on a regular basis in normal everyday society, okay? We're getting into some weird territory with this one. Because this technology, they don't want to help you with anything, but at the same time, they'll help you as long as they get something major in return.
Tick for attack.
And human flesh. Yeah. So this is another way that they can break through quarantine to do this. And I'm going to be honest with you, our government really stepped in it whenever they made these deals with these beings long ago. And they don't know what they've done. I keep hearing that they don't know 100% of what they've done, but honestly, I think that at the highest levels, they knew what they were doing. But anyway, that's another way of doing it. Now, another way of doing it is wanderers, star seeds. So pre-incarnative choices that were made by demon and devil beings that came here by force. Now, again, these beings don't want to come here in this reality to do work. That is not who they are. They don't want to forget. They don't want to forget everything that they've learned up to that point and come back here and go through the forgetting. That's another thing that we go through here in this third density. We go through the forgetting. So whenever that happens, they don't want to go through all that crap. So they're forced to come back here. Because why? Because they're not as powerful as their hierarchy that is above them. Or they have too much love inside of them.
Mm-hmm.
So they get kicked out. And in doing so, they get to make deals before they, so to speak, move on to that third density. Let me go here. Anya Cox. So that's what they do with all those foreskins. Hey, these demons, I'll tell you what, I know what you're talking about. And there is some interesting stuff when it comes to the links between that and the Orions. There is. You're not wrong. There's weird stuff. The whole black cube thing and the whole Saturn worship and the whole the tefillin that the Jewish people wear on their hands and on their forehead and all of that, like all of this stuff. I think it's called tefillin. I cannot remember. But anyway, it's the black cubes. It's black cubes, and then they put scrolls in them and all that. This is all linked to the Orions, every bit of it. Remote viewing was done on these things, and they found out it was going to some sort of reptilious humanoid beings. It was funneling information, energy, and prayers to reptilian humanoid beings. That's what they were finding in remote viewing information. Anyway, so we got these beings making deals, trading things for things. We've got windows of opportunity. We got wanderers who have chosen pre-incarnatively to do certain things for their side. So like, for instance, they'll come here and before they move on to the third density, they'll come here and before they write out their so to speak contract to come here, they'll say, okay, when I come here, I'm going to offer my body up to my other dark beings from this density to be able to do genetic research on me. And sometimes it's even further than that. Sometimes they'll agree to stuff like, I just agree to be able to be abducted from time to time. And then so that way I can come back to people and say how terrible it was and how horrible it was for the purposes of creating fear. Mm-hmm. And disjunction between people. Okay? I'm not saying it didn't happen to those people, probably because it did. It really did. But the hell about this whole situation and scenario is most of these individuals have no clue that they made pre-incarnative decisions to do this. Most of them have no clue. And I feel bad for them because they have no idea.
Yep.
So now we're in a situation where we got incels. We got incels of individuals who don't realize that they are the bad guy from a previous existence. They're here to create disjunction amongst reality. They're here to create problems. They're here to create fear. They're here to create the situation of, oh no, what's going to happen to me? Or am I going to get abducted next? They're here to create all these situations, and they don't even understand that they did it on their own free will in the previous existence. A lot of these people they fit into this category. Now, are all of them dark wonders? Not all of them. Because this gets into the trade for technology stuff. Some of them are traded for technology, and they allow these beings to have certain access to ones that they wouldn't normally be able to have access to. Okay, that's some of it. But to a great majority, it is the wanderers. Okay. So at this point, we're sitting in a situation of we need to know thyself, for one. We need to know our enemy that we're dealing with. That's why I'm doing this show right now, because I'm trying.
APOC, you're not late. You got here when you were supposed to.
APOC. And we need to know our enemy, our true enemy. And I'm not talking about the piddly ant, elites. Yeah, I know they're the enemy too. Yes, they are. But at the same time, who's controlling the elites? That's the true enemy. That's the one, that tippy top of that all-seeing eye, so to speak, that looks reptilious that they like to throw around for themselves on a regular basis.
Including on our money.
Yeah, exactly. But So again, that's what's controlling everything. The deep, dark evil at the base core of everything, those fourth and fifth density dark beings. That is the evil that's controlling everything. So test the spirit. When it says this in the Bible, test the spirit, guys. Not everything that is beautiful or appears beautiful has your best interest at heart. Ask them about Jesus. Ask them about God. Ask them, to touch this obsidian that I have. Test the spirit, guys. Because I can tell you right now, there are certain ways you can test whether or not these beings are being legit or not. Test the spirit.
Hello, King of Biltong. Well, hello, Anton.
Even preach some Bible verses at them, good ones that that would rile up a dark being if you could. Do some of that. APOC, I'm being attacked right now in my life. Pray for my family, please. We'll do APOC. We'll do. Love and light sent your way, dear. I'll make sure I'll get you in my prayers tonight. So there are Anya Cox. There was an episode of Photon about that. That show is great. Awesome. Cool. Photon. Do you have a link? Throw that link in there. Yeah, so that way people can see that, because that'd be interesting for people to see too.
I do want to do one thing real quick. It takes 15 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, Biltong USA. Good. Word Gina at checkout. You don't want to miss having Anton sausage or milk. Guys, make sure you head over to biltong.us. I do that all the time. biltongusa.com. Make sure to use code word Gina at checkout to save 10%. They have all sorts of delicious meats. They also have beef tallow, which is amazing. They have dried fruits. They have biscuits. They have cookies. I mean, it's endless. It's amazing. Great local company right out of Texas.
Cool.
Make sure to support.
Yeah. All right. So now I think we should get into the protections. Okay. So how are we doing on time right now? So I don't know exactly.
You have about an hour.
Okay.
45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah. Okay.
Doing great.
Okay. So protections. Prayer. Prayer is going to be a number one protector, but you have to stay on top of it, because as I understand it, prayer for these beings anyway, prayer will last for about a 24-hour period. And then it kind of tapers off and you have to do it again. Keep that prayer up. Keep that protection on yourself as much as possible. It will divert them to a great extent. Okay. Prayer is a big help. Anytime you can send prayer, and honestly, sending prayer to others works better.
Yep.
If you pray for yourself, it works, but it's not going to be as strong as a prayer for another. It's a lot stronger of a love connection and a bond whenever you're trying to help others with prayer. Okay, that's one way. Another way of doing it is like prayer. It's very similar. Is shaping the love and light of the one infinite creator. Okay, this one's a harder one for people that don't understand how to do it. Okay. This is one that I've learned how to do, and I've been able to kind of put protective bubbles over areas because of using it like this. Yeah. And it seems to be working on a regular basis for these people that I've helped them with on this stuff. Yeah, APOC elitist is what I call them. You're not wrong. Yeah, I don't like calling them the elite. They're not elite, but yeah, elitist would make more sense. Anya Cox, real quick. The most 80s TV show ever, Photon Marathon. I forget the name of the episode. It's one where the main character trusts a lady he thinks is hot, but things aren't as they appear. Interesting. So I would say, as a guide, this is a hard one. This is a hard one to explain to people because it's going to take meditation. It's going to take you focusing, and then you got to repeat to yourself in your head, I am one with the creator, and the creator is one with me. I am one with the creator is one with me. And you have to repeat this kind of mantra in your head. And then you have to repeat the concepts of the idea of shaping the love and light. Once you see light, you have to see light first. I see light when I shut my eyes when I do this. And when I see that light, I know I have connection. And when I have connection, that's when I can shape my words into certain ways for the purposes of protecting certain things and certain ideas and things. That's one way to do it. Now, this one's a hard one for people to do. And all I can tell you to do is practice the idea of I am one with the creator is one with me in a meditation process until you see that light. Once you see that light, then you know you have access. Once you have access, then you can shape it. Okay, that's the best way I can explain it. I don't know how else this is the only way I know of how to do it. Okay, this is what works for me. Now it could be different for others. So that's another way. Now a natural way to do it that doesn't require any, prayers or any, shaping of love and light or anything like that would be wearing of obsidian. If you wear obsidian, I'm going to tell you right now, 4th and 5th density beings do not like obsidian. They do not like obsidian. They will shy away from you and they cannot do anything to you as long as you're wearing obsidian. Okay, it has to be touching the skin, or it has to be on a chain that is attached to you in some way, shape, or form. Okay, then it will pass the energy back to you. Okay, and it will be a protective shielding for yourself, an added bubble of electromagnetic energy, if you will, to help protect you. Okay, that's very helpful. I'm going to tell you right now, obsidian has helped me tremendously. I cannot stress the amount of help that I've gotten from obsidian, and I've helped others with obsidian. Okay, try it out. What's it going to hurt? Well, don't do anything for you. Just try it out. Larvakite, high protective spell ability. 3rd density, 4th densities, and 5th densities. Highly protective versus spells. White gold, very protective versus any of these 4th and 5th density beings. If you can get a white gold band with a obsidian in it, that's even better. It adds to it. Tourmaline. Tourmaline is another one you can use. It also has a way of absorbing negative energy. Now, again, these beings might try to attack you, but that negative energy would probably be absorbed after they try to attack you. So tourmaline is also a good choice. Now, here's where I'm going to get into some reading. Okay, guys, this is how much time we got left here, Gina?
We have about half hour till 10:30 my time, so 9:30 your time, right?
Okay, so I need to rush here then probably.
So you got about a half hour, 45 minutes.
Okay, all right. So now
that's not a dildo behind Ash Goes Pepper. It's a skeleton. It's a skeleton playing pool.
It's a skeleton playing pool there. Anyway, all right. So now we're going to get into what Ra says about cleansing. Okay, we're talking about cleansing rooms, cleansing houses, things like that. Okay, this is what Ra says about it. Okay, I am Ra. We scan the recent memory configurations of the question. Firstly, there have been some less than harmonious interactions within this dwelling, meaning they're talking about the dwelling in which they're going to, that they're going to be living in here on out. And evidently there was some unharmonious things going on within their dwelling. The dynamics of this interaction were potent enough to attract a lesser thought form. Now, this lesser thought form would be a 4th density being, okay, of darkness. Therefore, we suggest the salting and the ritual cleansing by blessed water of all windows and doorways, which offer at it into the domicile or any outer buildings thereof. Further, we suggest the hanging of the cut garlic clove in the portion of the room which has accommodated those whose enjoyment has turned into a darker emotion centering upon the area we find you call the wet bar. Evidently, they had a bar there at this new place, and evidently people's emotions were being triggered by the bar and the alcohol. So it turned a negative emotion.
There's a reason why alcohol is called spirits.
Right. Also, the room intended for the sleeping, which is found near the kitchen area. The appropriate words used to bid farewell to those of the lower astral shall be used in connection with the hanging of the garlic clothes for the period of approximately 36 of your hours. We believe that this is equivalent to 2 of your nights of your night periods and 1 of your lit periods. This should cleanse the house as you find it to the extent that it is neutral in its vibrations of harmony, love, and thanksgiving, which this group shall then, as the incarnational experience, proceed offer to this domicile. Okay, and now we're going to continue on here to the next thing that Ra says. Ra, I am Ra. Firstly, you may bless the water yourselves or may request so-called holy water from any blessed place. That is blessed by intention. Now, you can do this yourself. You can bless yourself by prayer and things of that nature. Secondly, the water shall be carefully shaken from the fingers along the sills of all windows and doors as they have been opened. Thirdly, prior to the sprinkling of this cleansing blessed sacrament of water, the salt shall be trailed along these sills in a line, and again allowed to exist in this configuration for 36 to 48 hours. Then the virgin broom, meaning a broom that has never been used before, may ritually sweep the salt out of each window and doorway, sweeping with each stroke the less fortunate of the vibrations within the dwelling, which might find coexistence with group difficult. Okay, next here, the question from Don here is this next one. Questioner, I assume that you mean that we should put the salt only on the outer doorway sills and not on the inner doorway sills in the house. Is that correct? Ra, I am Ra. This is correct. We cannot express the nature of salt and water and garlic, which with clarity enough to inform you as to the efficacy with which salt absorbs vibrations, which have been requested to move into salt. When salt has been given water, we cannot express the full magical nature of your water, nor can we express the likeness and attractiveness of the garlic cut to lower astral forms. The attractiveness is negative, and no service to self astral form will accept coexistence with the cut garlic. Interesting. Huh. Therefore, we offer the suggestions we also request carefully that the broom be clean and that the garlic be burned. The virginity of the broom is most efficacious. So in other words, new broom. It can't be touched by anything else, okay? Continuing on here. Question. Let me see if I have the scenario correctly in my mind. I'll repeat my version of it. We would hang fresh cut garlic in the area of the wet bar and in the area of the bedroom that is adjacent to the kitchen area. We would salt all windowsills and all outer wall door sills and then sprinkle blessed water from our fingers on the salted area. We would then say the appropriate words to bid farewell to the lower astrals. Those words I am not sure of. Would Ra comment on the scenario that I have stated? I am Ra. Your grasp of our suggestions is good. We note that the salt is be poured in a straight line with no gaps. There are various ritual words of blessing and farewell to entities such as you are removing. We might suggest the following. When the salt is laid, you may repeat, we praise the one creator and give the salt the ability to enable those friends to which we wish to bid farewell to find a new home. That's one prayer. Next one. As the water is sprinkled, you may say, we give thanks to the one creator for the gift of water. Over it, the creator moves its hand and stirs its will to be done. Next, the hanging of the cut garlic may be accompanied by the words, we praise the one creator for the gift of garlic and bless its ability to offer to those friends to whom we wish to bid farewell the arrow which points their way to egress, meaning essentially to away from us, okay? When sweeping is done, you may say, we praise the one creator and give thanksgiving for the spiritual cleanliness of this dwelling place. As the garlic is burned, you may say, we give thanks to the one Creator for the gift of spiritual cleanliness in our dwelling place and seal the departure of all those who have left by this exit by the consuming of this substance.
Thank you for the raid, Bender O'Doyle. I appreciate you guys all being here. Make sure to like, share, smash that subscribe, follow, do all those wonderful things.
Thanks
I appreciate you guys so much.
All right, questioner. Is there any place more appropriate than any other to hang the garlic in the room? For instance, over the windows or anything like that. I know that this is supposed to be hung in the area of the bar, but I meant in the bedroom. Is there any more appropriate place than any other? This is the last section here I got to read. I'm Ra. The windows and the doorways are most appropriate, and in addition, we suggest the salting and sprinkling of any door which may lead elsewhere than out of the dwelling in order to afford to the entities the understanding that they are not desired elsewhere within the dwelling. So in other words, leave those windows and doors open so that way it's easier for them to escape and get out, so to speak. Okay. But that's all I needed to read for you guys. So that is according to Ra on what you need to do. This is out of book 4 of the Law of One book series. That is according to Ra on what you need to do to be able to cleanse a home of dark beings, of the 4th, I guess, density beings. I don't know if it would work on the 5th density beings because he said lower astral. So I would assume that means 4th, but I could be wrong. All right. Was there any questions over what I've read or any questions over anything else that I've gone over tonight?
Oh, ABD coming in hot with 5 gifted subscriptions, filling in that red wall. I appreciate you, ABD, so much. Great human being, guys. His channel is at 222 followers. Great angel number. So make sure you guys click on ABD. Go give him a follow. I also posted Bender. He's a new creator to Rumble. He just passed the 100 follower mark. So he is on his way up and up. So make sure to give him a follow as well. Jason of TGA was gifted. APOC, Nana, Mr. Pine himself.
Awesome.
And Biker Door. Welcome in.
Yeah, if there's any questions, I'm here to answer any questions you have over any of this material. Yeah, anything, whatever. I'm here.
So that's interesting about the salt.
Yep.
What happens if it's raining outside? Is it something that you probably should do when it's not a rainy day?
Probably not a rainy day. You would want to do this on a non-rainy day. If it was something that would get wet, like I would suggest non-rainy day. Pick a dry day. You would want to pick a day where you have at least 24 hours of dryness to be able to do this, because you're also going to use your own water, the holy water, to be able to do this with as well. So.
And you can pick that up in any church.
Yeah, you can do
or
that.
Any place of worship. You can also make it yourself. Absolutely. A lot of people I know make their own holy water, holy oil. Actually, I think, was it Jason that said he made his own? Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow as long as your intentions are well. Make sure you're in the right, headspace and stuff like that.
APOC's having problems here.
You're not able to follow. Oh dear.
Well, that's a problem.
Maybe refresh, maybe head back out and head back in, or are you already following? That's an interesting concept.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
Yeah, that is interesting. Nana gets hers from the church. Yep, you can ask them. They'll give it to you in a nice little bottle, blessed by the priest.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I prefer to do stuff like that on my own. I just prefer it. I mean, but again, you can get it from wherever. And I ain't hating on you from getting it from anywhere else.
As long as you trust it.
That's right. You got to trust them.
Behind it have to be well.
Yeah, that's a big one, because who knows what that person is and what he's associated with, and it may not be true holy water at that point. because they may be doing all kinds of terrible things on the side. And is it really holy water at that point? I question it. So, but at the same time, yeah, you can get it from churches and places like that. Yeah, no problem.
And I didn't know you were supposed to burn the garlic. It actually kind of sounds like you're making a deconstructed soup.
Yeah, it kind of it kind of does. I mean, it's essentially the idea behind it is there's a lot of practice behind it, as I understand. Like, because you're adding the salt, then you add the blessed water to kind of cleanse the collection of the darkness that the salt collects, and then the water kind of blesses it and gets it rid of it. Okay, cuts the connection, if you will, to that house. Okay, then once it's dried, then you can sweep it away with the broom. Okay, and then of course you got to do the prayers, like it said in here. Like you can go back and rewatch this, and I read the prayers, and then it should be clean at that point. And also the cloves of garlic. That is it's like you can hang those up for like I think it said 36 to 46 hours. Yeah. I thought it was really neat because there's lots of things that you can do in different ways that this talks about cleansing. And he did 2 of them right here. Raw did 2 of them. Right
with there. Almost everything you probably already have in your home.
Right. It's just stuff you have around the house. So, I mean, what could it hurt? I mean, you might look weird around by people around you, but at the same time, I mean, if it works,
not if you do it once a year around Halloween, you'll look fine.
Right. If it works, it works. I mean, you might find that you have a haunted house. Now again, there's ghosts and then there's demons and devils. Okay. There's 2 different things. Okay.
Yeah. I refer to them as spirits. There are spirits and then there are demons.
Yeah. Ghosts, they're just lost. They have a job to do. They think they have a job to do anyway, or they just don't want to give up the ghosts, so to speak. Then you have the demons and
devils. Off label. Richie and JV has rated the stream. I hope my boy Darnell did you proud. Welcome in, friends. Like, share, smash, subscribe. Make sure to follow Ash at 123 Mad Ash as well. You guys know what to do. Drop your links on the incline. Let everyone follow you as well. I appreciate all of your loves and supports. I appreciate you guys.
Yep.
Apox puts holy oil on those scissors someone put in my purse at the grocery store before I threw them away. Someone put scissors in your purse?
Yeah, she told me about that. Yeah, she was at a grocery store and somebody slipped scissors in her purse.
That's weird.
It's weird. Yeah, very weird.
I don't even know what would be. Maybe they thought it was their own purse. Maybe they just looked at the carriage and thought it was their own.
I don't know. Hey, APOC, what were they? Were they like scissors from the store?
What up, redneck?
Or were they just like scissors that were out in the open and just put in your purse that had no like label or anything?
Yeah, that's an interesting.
They were used.
Christopher, I was talking about you last night. I miss you. I love you. Yeah, that's an odd one. Scissors. I've used scissors.
People are strange. I tell you what, they just keep getting stranger.
Yeah, it kind of to me sounds like maybe somebody like lost track of their carriage and maybe had coupons they were cutting and just didn't realize it and just put them in the wrong purse.
Truth, sanity. How did you not follow Gina? That's terrible.
Truth, you've been here so many times.
How did you not follow Gina?
Wow, Truth. Wow. I feel kind of heartbroken.
That surprises me.
Oh, that made my heart hurt. Yes, there was some brown between the blades at the top. So I wonder if they were cutting coupons or something, or yeah. Because I can't foresee scissors holding ill will.
Yeah, I mean, cursed objects are a thing.
Yeah, that would be like a random. I mean, I guess it can happen. I don't know.
I mean, this goes back to the law of one too. You know, like for instance, third density humans of the dark side, they pray for things too.
Yes.
But they pray for like selfishness. They pray for hurting of others. They pray to make things unholy.
Oh, and Christopher, you got the gift I just sent out. Look at that. It was made to be.
So I'm gonna be honest with you, APOC. I mean, you probably did the right thing. I mean, truthfully, because if it could have been a curse. It could have been. There's people out there are crazy. I mean, truthfully, they're crazy.
Oh, I've come across crazy.
Yeah, like or just evil. It's one or the other. I mean, it's where
they kind of walk hand in hand.
Yeah.
Sanglet says giving someone a knife can be seen as severing a relationship. Scissors, though, no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I don't know what the symbolism would be for that.
Apox, and there are superstitions about knives and scissors ending and cutting. Yeah. But if you don't know somebody, I don't know why they would need to sever ties with you.
Well, I don't know. I find that strange. Like that whole story that she has about it is strange because I mean, it could have just been a crazy person, APOC, quite honestly.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, just not quite in the frame of mind, a bit maybe schizophrenic even, or having a day. I don't know. I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah. I just feel like my luck, I'd be cutting coupons and then turn around and just think I put them in my pocketbook and then get to the register and be like, how the hell did I lose my scissors? Like, those were my favorite coupon scissors. Like, where did they go?
That's funny. They were definitely sneaky.
Jennifer.
Yeah.
Hello, Jennifer. Jennifer, this is Ash. Ash is Ash is an amazing person. Make sure you go follow Ash at 123 Mad Ash on Rumble. Amazing guys, super fun, super knowledgeable.
I do a little bit of the spiritual on my Wondercast, starting off with the law of one information usually.
Alaska Man Jeff has raided the stream.
Lord.
Welcome in, Mr. Castro. I love you. I appreciate you guys. You guys all know what to do. I mean, it is a thing here. Drop your link. Follow friends. Let's raise everybody up because that's what we do here. Welcome in, like, share, subscribe, all of those fun things. I appreciate us. APOC, that's fine. You can derail the show. It's perfectly good.
I mean, she's on a show called Derailed. It makes sense.
Yes. Third railify, 100%. We live by being derailed.
Yeah.
Literally. That's what happens. So, guys, including you, Ash, please, guys, Alaska Man Jeff, Half Pine, Nana Bear, all of you guys, there's way too many now to even suggest because there are so many folks out there. This is your time. I know. Please drop your links there. Fucking Ja. I love you.
I saw what he said earlier.
BTN podcast over on Pill, the dropping in with the 200 gold pills.
And thanks, my
appreciate it. I am going on for about another 35 minutes or so. About a half hour or so, and then I will be raiding out over to Ash. Right? You're going on?
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to be going live. I'll be doing light side radio instead of Wondercast tonight.
Yep.
But otherwise, I'll be doing light side radio for a good chunk of time, probably until 1 or 2 a.m. my time, Central. Well, probably more like 12 or 1 a.m. my time, Central. And then I'll probably go into the weird hangout session that I have for my normal Wondercast show. It'll be just a weird ride, my head, guys. But every 15 minutes, we'll do a music video. Around about maybe 20, we'll do a music video. A little bit more often than what we would normally do on a Wondercast night. because I feel like this is more of a light side radio night than it is anything. But yeah. So come on over. It's going to be fun times. We're going to get into the weird stuff at the end of the night, but mostly music starting this thing off. It's going to be all music starting off. Anything you want to play, anything you want to do on there for the music wise, throw it at me. I'll play it for you for music, guys. We'll do.
Ghost Pepper coming in with $100 cookie. I mean, $100 gold pills of cookies. Thank you so much over there. I appreciate you guys. Wolfie Bank, thanks for the follow. You guys are all so amazing. If you guys have foot fetishes, you guys know where to find me. You can find me over at Feet Finder. It's sold for days. I mean, there we go. Look at all the love in the chat. Everyone's following everybody, and people are growing, and it makes my heart happy.
He had a foot fetish. I won't say his name, but he was a pretty prominent radio DJ in my area. We'll just say that. And he would get.
I know. I need new feet pics. I get it.
He would get girls to come over to his house. And I've seen his collection of pictures. I've seen them. Yeah. And he would have girls come over to his house and he'd have them stand on his hair.
Yeah, and people like some weird stuff.
Good
night, Jennifer. Love you, girl.
It was definitely interesting. It was artistic. We'll call it that. It's artistic.
Ghost Pepper on Pill said, midget feet matter. They do. Midget feet do matter, but I don't have midget feet because I'm not a midget yet. I still have like a bunch of years left before I shrink that small. Damn it. Hey, Ash, don't shame my kink.
I ain't shaming anybody. Hey, to each their own when it comes to their kink, if you will. But as long as
good night, Alaska Man Jeff.
By all means, but that's another story.
Thanks for dropping in. Make sure you guys go follow Alaska Man Jeff, amazing guy. Appreciate you guys all so much. How does it go again? You never yuck someone's yum.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right. I ain't hating on anybody that has anything like that. It's up to you.
Half Pine Forge Live is running a giveaway. It does ask for your full name. You don't need to pull your full name in, but put something in there that he can just correlate to you. So if you put like your screen name with your email address, that works as well. If you don't feel comfortable giving your first or full name. So make sure you do that. I am not a certified midget. Try again. Try again. Oh yeah, don't yuck my yum, Ash. I love when they stand on my scrotum hairs.
Wow.
Oh, hey, Spud. Gina is not a midget. She's just cute and compact.
Right.
I was afraid he would drug me and cut my feet off. You guys kill me.
Hey, Buck, you crack me up.
Oh, cute and compact. I'm going to have to use that one, Spud. That's a good one.
Compact, yeah.
I am not a midget. I'm just cute and compact.
That's right.
That's good. I am not close enough. Every inch counts, redneck. That's what I've been told my whole life. Every inch counts. And it does. Yeah, even first two names would be fine as long as I have a way to contact you if you win. I believe it's $100 gift card to his store. He does amazing work. I don't know if you follow him or not. But it's pretty dope. It's really fun to watch.
True. Yeah, my Alf, yeah. Yeah, back there.
I love Alf. He's an alien.
Yep, he's an alien from Melmac.
Oh, from Melmac. Good things do come in small packages like dynamite and diamonds. You decide which one you get. So that was very, very, very informative. I'm turning your head. You are amazing. I love watching you work in your little shed there. And he sticks it all in the hot stuff and he tinkers away. It's pretty fun. It's almost like being at the Renaissance Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to watch. So So yeah, we are almost 15 past the hour, so we got about a good 15 minutes for our Minnesota goodbye, which always takes place. Ash, what would you say you do here?
Ash, what would you say I do here? As in, what do you mean?
What do you do?
As far as what my show does? Is that what you're asking?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, my show, Wondercast, is pretty much about, at the first portion of the night, I do Law of One information, and I read directly from the book. And then I go over the passages as I read them through the book. Okay. And then after that, I go into the topic of the night, which could be a number of different things. And like it's a lot of conspiracy stuff, usually oriented. It has to be things that most people don't always think about. Things like that, high mysteries, things like that. That's usually what's in my main topic of the night, or just ancient history that we've all forgotten, things like that. And then we get into like the hangout session, which is going to be primarily, we're going to have a little bit of that tonight in the show tonight, even though it's not necessarily a Wondercast tonight, but it's going to be a Light Side Radio special number 6. It's going to have essentially the hangout portions in there as well. I may not do the news section in there tonight. I may not do that. It's just going to be all weird stuff and all that. But yeah, that's basically what I do. I do a little bit of everything. I do crystal work. Crystal work is basically using a crystal pendulum for the purposes of getting yeses and nos. Like you ask a question, you get an answer, yes or no. It's as simple as that. I found that the crystal work is highly on point with remote viewing. Like I did a show, I think it was with the Bet Sphere. And it was the Bet Sphere. I did my crystal work beforehand, before I even watched anything that had to do with the remote viewing information on it. Again, you have to take my word for it. I mean, there's going to be people out there that don't believe me, but I mean, it is what it is. But I didn't do any of it beforehand. I did my crystal work first. Then I went and I did the remote viewing information to see if it overlapped. And it was a high overlap.
Hello, be the one. Hello, EBB Tide. Fuck around, find out.
So I usually take on my show, I'll take research, and then I'll take Law of One information, because there's a lot of information in the Law of One that gives you answers to things. And then you take remote viewing information if you got it. And I use crystal work information that I do. And I put all 4 of those things together to see what is the highest likelihood that the answers are in those 4 categories. So if I have, if I hit on 1, it's kind of questionable. If I hit on 2, you're getting closer here. We're getting to a point where we might be on point here. 3, it's looking really highly likely. 4, it's almost dead on, I would say, at that point. So yeah. That's the way I usually work my show for Wondercast, and how I analyze things for the show for the purposes of doing each one of these analysis.
Oh, BTN raiding the stream.
When Ash streams, I just think about pool. Yeah, I mean, everybody sees that pool. There was so many people in the first parts when I started doing this. They were like, "That has got to be a green screen. That's not real. That's not a real pool table." Then I had to go back there and crack the pool balls a few times, for people to understand it was real. But yeah, it's real. It's a real pool table back there.
APOC, there are so many raids. You want to know why? Because we float all the ships here, because rising tide floats all ships. So you guys know what to do. If you are new here, like, share, subscribe. Make sure to follow my channel. I appreciate all the love and support. Hello, Firepaw. And make sure to follow everybody back, guys. Post your links, post your channels. You guys all know what to do. Like all of our friends, great content. It's just I love this place.
But yeah,
I love this place.
This worked out so well tonight, Gina, because quite honestly, it was almost like the creator was telling me, "Hey, you're not having a night off by preaching the Law of One information.
No, I told you I had things set up, and I woke up and I was like, nope, I'm supposed to message Ash.
Yeah, it worked out. I mean, it was basically, I felt like it was meant to be. I felt like it was supposed to happen the way it happened, and I just figured, let's do it, because that way I can actually get some information out to people, and it's going to be very pertinent in the future. And I'm telling you that from my own personal viewpoint on this. This is my opinion, but I'm going to tell you right now, the things that I'm teaching right now is going to be very pertinent in the near future. Very. That's my personal opinion.
We need to fill in this wall a little bit more. Can't stand looking at an empty wall. Takio coming in with the gifted sub from me. Welcome to my red rash. I promise you it's not too ishy. You're not going to want to get rid of it. You're going to love it here. Damn, Firepaw gets an ASMR hello. Hello, Half Pine. How are you, doll?
There you go, Half Pine.
How are you? Buggy, thanks for the repost. I saw you over there coming in clutch. Thank you for the house cleansing info. I'd been wondering how to go about it. So if you guys do like and repost, and when you repost it, you can put something in the repost title, which helps people to understand, just say, house cleaning rituals or house cleaning prayers, listed in the video and stuff like that. Liz coming in next, dropping 1 subscription to Just Gina. Thank you, Liz. And that went to our buddy, Mr. Del Taco himself. Welcome to the Red Wall.
There was somebody here that asked a question, I think, Ashelon, remote viewing, question mark.
Yes.
Are you asking just what is it?
Oh, and Republic Sentinel, Mr. RS himself in the house, dropping another gifted sub to Just Gina. That went off to Lurking Catfish, who's probably lurking. Hello, Mr. Lurking Catfish. And Del Taco, spreading the joy. I feel like I'm in line at Dunkin' Donuts when everyone pays for the people behind them, and it's such a loving thing. Coming in hot with a gifted subscription. And look, that went to Liz. Liz, you were paid back for your nice kindness. All of the kindness is well appreciated. You guys were so generous this year. I ended up with almost $800 to buy my kids, hopefully they're not listening, Christmas presents this year. Some of the tags were designated like, Merry Christmas from Uncle Davy, things like that. And Half Pine Forge gifting a subscription to Just Gina. Thank you, Half Pine, for joining the party. And that went to Bright Can News. Welcome to the Red Rash, Mr. Bright. Bright, I will be seeing you soon on up the 401. Next Saturday, guys, I am leaving to go harass Sean in person. Take his wife's side consistently. We're going to put baby in a corner, and that baby is Sean. Don't tell him. Yeah. Look at all the love everyone's sharing. Look at that wall. Yes, Davey, I still remember. I still got the note on my wall when you donated and you said, make sure this present gets a Merry Christmas from Uncle Davey on it. Yeah, so with all of you guys' love and generosity, my kids will probably get one of the best Christmases they've had in a while, because, stay-at-home mom is a hard business. Just the Matthew is working and supporting the family like a true king he is. Yeah. So it's going to go a long way.
Yep.
Very, very, very exciting. And it's all thanks to the generosity and the love and the kindness of all of you guys, which is why I tell you guys, RS, you're in here. Simple Davey. Davey, drop your link. RS, drop your link. If you guys got them, drop them. We are coming up on about 5:10 of the hour. Half Pine says, here's a buck, but you have to call it $1. LMAO. Yeah, $1 to make you holla. We love them dollars. Maybe if I had enough money, I could buy myself a Rotary sign, and that would really piss off Sean. Just hang up a Rotary sign. Put a sign over it that said $1, make you holla. Follow the Rotary.
Yeah, that might work.
That would be funny. Liz, thank you for dropping RS's link for me. That is amazing, girl. Liz is a rock star. Half Pine, if you want to, you could tell me your first name, and then I could ASMR your first name for you. It might stick a little bit better. Yankee, you missed the gift train. Our chat paid for Amanda's birthday dinner tomorrow night. The people in our chats are truly amazing. Truly amazing folks. Like I said, it's only a few and far between I've ever come across a troll, and it's usually either somebody who's just miserable in their own life that eventually just goes away. Other than that, it's just those random, like, I am troll names that just drop random links and stupid shit. I do ASMR tapping to irritate my son. I hate Puck. That's awesome. Steve-O. Oh, they call me Looks Both Ways, the beaver pleaser. AKA. Hello, Steve-O. Did that work? I hope that worked. But yeah, did you want to tell the boys and girls one more time who you are, what you do? I'm sure you will be back. You have your own overlay now here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You are part of my channel.
Officially there.
You are officially here. I love when you come on. My chat loves when you come on. We get amazing. I think I'm actually blushing this time. Oh, Steve-O. Yes, Liz dropping it in the chat for me. There's 66 peeps for you. Oh, and Yankee coming in is now a full-on monthly supporter. Thank you, Mr. Yankee Free. I appreciate your love and support. But yes, guys, 11 p.m. Gina will be back with her spicy channel, Just G-Spot, which is just a Rumble exclusive. And I promise you, it is the easiest G-Spot you will ever find. Just click the link that Liz has graciously posted. I will be back around 11 p.m. to read. I think we are on, what, Liz, chapter 13 this week. Last weekend, I took the weekend off. It was amazing. It was great. We rearranged my whole room. I rug cleaned the carpets, washed the walls down. It was like a cleaning, a blessing, and all those fun things in there. That's okay, Yankee. I appreciate all of your love. Yeah, get back for the G-Spot. So we are going to raid out to Mr. Ash himself.
Thank you for that, Liz. By the way, she dropped the link for my channel. Thank you for that.
Yes, Liz is amazing. So we're gonna raid out to Ash in a few minutes here. Then I'm going to do my little break where I tuck in the little miss, give her a good night kiss, make sure she brushed her teeth. The other two are great. They're all at that age where I don't have to remind them to brush their teeth. We should be there soon. She is 11. There'll still be, still time there. And then I will be back at 11 to read my book, aka my lady porn. So if you want to come back, again, find the G-Spot on Rumble. And Ashlon coming in hot is now a monthly supporter.
Boom!
I really appreciate you, Ash. I love you so much. Simple Davy dropping $1 just so he can hear me say the words balls.
Yeah, BTHE1, remote viewing, meditation, concentration, question mark. Are you asking about those things, or are you just kind of, putting it out there as a thought process?
I have a thought on that for Be the One. Half Pine coming in with $1 saying, Wieners. Thanks, Steve-O. I appreciate your $1. Simple Davy coming in again with Amanda's favorite words, which is boobs. Hello, Amanda. I know you're probably watching.
Yeah, we got 2 Ashes in here.
We do. We have Ashlon. Ashlon is a great gaming channel, guys. We play Hangman a lot. You played the Hangman game yet?
No.
No, it's so much fun. So guys, make sure to click on Ashlon. Great channel as well. Great content creator. He's up all sorts of hours of the night and day. So if you're ever lurking and you need someone to watch, amazing guy. See, Amanda, I knew you were in there, girl. Ugh.
Ashes to ashes.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
That's right.
True love to true love.
That's right.
Yes. So did you I think you already went over what you're going to do this evening.
Yeah.
Liz is dropping your link again. So is it Miss Cassie Cass, my sis, my girl. Yep. Dropping Ashlon's link as well. I know it's so weird. Every time I say Ash, I have to specify now whether it's 1, 2, 3 Ash or if it's Ashlon.
Right.
I got 2 Ashes in my life.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on. I always love when you come on. I learn something new. It makes me ask more questions. It makes me question things, which is great.
Good.
If you are on, Ash Be the One said, can you explain what remote viewing is?
Yes, sure can. All right. So remote viewing was something that was an older thing that was found long ago, but they revamped it. They brought it into the mainstream. It was something that was brought in by the Monroe Institute, as I understand it. That's links to CIA too, as well, as I understand it. How it works is they give a coordinate system. Okay, so you get a 8 or 9 digit number. Okay, so you have a guy who is the tasker. Okay, the tasker knows exactly what you're tasking on. He knows exactly what's in the envelope that you've got the number for on the envelope. Okay, so you put this 8 or 9 digit number on an envelope or whatever, and then the inside of it you'll have whatever it is that you're looking for. Okay, now the people who are remote viewing it, they have no idea what they're remote viewing. It's completely blind. Completely blind. They have no clue what they're remote viewing. Okay, all they're given is a number set, which is corresponding to whatever that they're tasking on. Okay, they'll do their thing. They'll get feelings off of it. It could be senses of sensation, of taste, touch, even sight, even anything that just comes to mind. Any of those types of things will be put down into the information for the remote viewing session. They'll take all the people's information together. Usually it's 5, 6 or more people that they have for these viewers. Okay, they'll take all their information together and collect it together. They'll take all the stuff that correlates, that repeats over and over and over again. They'll take all that stuff, put that to the side. Then they'll take the stuff that kind of, periphery stuff. They'll take that and put it over to another corner. And then they'll take the stuff that's just completely like off kilter, way off in left field, if you will, and they'll put that in another section. Okay. All of it could be legitimate, but we're going for the stuff that repeats on a regular basis. Okay. And that is what you get the remote viewing information off of. It's the stuff that repeats consistently on a regular basis from all the viewers. And that's what you get that basic remote viewing information on. Now, you might get periphery information that they'll release that's on the side, but more often than not, they release the main stuff that they kept getting repeated over and over and over and over and over again. But that is how remote viewing works. It was used very heavily by Russia and very heavily by our own government, very heavily. Then what did it end up doing? They took it deeper and darker and blacker. And then the word got out to the mainstream peoples, if you will, and then it kind of escaped out of their grasp a little bit. And once it escaped out of their grasp, that's when they went with the campaign of, oh, it doesn't work. None of this stuff works. Don't worry about it. Don't look into this stuff because it's fake. It's pseudoscience, guys. Pseudoscience. It don't work. It don't work. It don't work. But at the same time, these government agencies are the very ones who are using it on a regular basis. Okay. So, like, for instance, I don't know if you know this or not, but they found Saddam Hussein supposedly using remote viewing information. They found exactly what type of a place that they would find him in, and they found it, and it matched almost to 100% where they found it. It was impressive, very impressive. There's a lot of truth to the remote viewing information. Now, again, is it perfect? No, it's not. There's still possibilities that these remote viewers are seeing things that they may not be necessarily predicting perfectly well. They may be interpreting the information incorrectly. That happens from time to time. I've caught remote viewers in interpreting information incorrectly on a regular basis. That's usually because they don't understand the information that they're seeing. But when you balance it with law of one information and the other information that I've dug into, it makes sense. So it's almost like you have to have a basis for the backgrounds for the things that you're looking into and the remote viewing information aspect of it before you can really, before you should really start getting into remote viewing. Because otherwise you're going to get information that you might be completely confused by if you don't start doing the spiritual digging into all this information.
Also, he's not making this shit up. The CIA has actually dropped patents to this. I have viewed them. Yep. You can find them all online. They are readily available. Remote viewing has been done for centuries.
Anybody can do remote viewing according to what I understand. That's answering your question here, BTHE1. According to what I understand, John Vivanco, who is a remote viewer that I strongly follow, he has said that he's only found like one individual out of all the people that he's trained that just could not do it. Now, that's probably because there's something about them that they just couldn't get past a certain point. Okay. But otherwise, people should be able to do this. Anybody can be able to do this. Anybody should be able to do this. It's just about training. You just got to learn how to be trained in it. And I want to eventually learn how to do it. I want to be trained by a specific group of individuals, though, to be able to do this, though.
Yeah, you got to do it safely. Yeah.
That's who I want to be trained by. I want to be trained by John and Heather because they seem to be the best at it, or some of the best at it.
Yeah.
Anybody should be able to do it for the most part. Again, there's going to be those very seldom individuals that just can't do it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions?
Any other questions before I send Mr. Ash on his way? He's going to set up his stream. It shouldn't take him long. I'm guessing a minute or two. And then I'm going to rate all beautifully 64 folks over there. If you guys are part of my squad, please head over to Ash after this as I raid you over. Do all those flashy things that we love for you guys to do. Like, share, subscribe over there. Do your thing. If it is not your thing and you're not in the mood for some music, that is completely okay. Just, again, make sure like, share, subscribe, repost, show the love and appreciation that you guys have shown me over there for my guest, Ash, who's a frequent flyer here. And we will be doing another one soon. We talked about this. I think we're going to touch base actually on 3-1 Atlas. Yeah, since that is a big topic being talked about. And in the past episode, I want to say 1 or 2 ago, I actually found while researching 3-1 Atlas, or yeah, 3-eye Atlas.
3-1 Atlas, I think, for what you were covering.
Yeah, 3-eye Atlas, which is supposedly heading towards Earth. And then I found during my research of that another project that I actually found through the through HARP is the 31 Atlas, the Mirrorverse, the Flipverse. So it's kind of interesting that they're both very close.
Yeah.
So we're going to touch a base on that, I think, as well, which will be a fun show.
I agree. Oh, and was it Jonah Penn? Remote viewing only gets me into trouble. It can. It
Good
can.
night, Liz. I appreciate all your love. Take care. I will maybe see you later if you hop in as I read my secret stories. No, they're really not secret.
Jonah, to be honest with you, yes, it can. Like if you don't know what you're doing,
It can be dangerous.
These higher density beings, these demons and devils that I was talking about earlier in the show, they can see you. Don't think you're the silent wanderer that can just go about and just look at anything you want to look at without being seen. Because these remote viewers I'm talking about, they very, very quickly found out that there are beings out there that can see remote viewers. So, and they can also trace you back to where you're located at if you keep connection long enough.
Yeah, so, if you think we have AI and eyes on you here where your TV and your phones and everything listen to you, it's the same on the other side.
Yep.
Just remember, no matter which density, no matter where you are, whether you're here on Earth or you're remote viewing somewhere, even in your bathroom, somebody's listening somehow.
But yeah, I strongly suggest, like if you're a remote viewer out there, if you start seeing a otherworldly being of some type and he turns and looks at you, cut connection. Cut connection. Drop your pen, drop your pencil, drop it. Cut connection. Don't go back to it. Do not go back to it. Go do something fun. Get your mind off of what you were looking at. Go back and do something fun. Because if you still keep thinking about it, you still keep thinking about those things that you were.
Neo has you in the Matrix.
It has you in the Matrix. It's got a trace on you now. And if you keep thinking about it, it will trace you back to where you're at. And then you might end up with a visitor in your home, which has happened to John Vivanco. He's talked about it several times that's happened.
Remote view Pelosi stock trades.
Yeah. Somebody needs a remote view.
Oh, Steve-O says, I get naked in front of my phone so often. I know I've been featured in the FBI break rooms and Christmas parties. That's hilarious. All right, you go start your show. I'm going to send everybody over because I got to go make sure the little one has done her things before I hop on.
And it might take me about 5 or 10 minutes. I don't know because I have it set up for. I had it set up for 8 Central. Hopefully it'll still be on for me to be able to get on and access it, and it should be.
You should, as long as it's been. When did you set it up? Today?
I set it up last night in the wee hours of the morning.
So you should be fine because it's usually 24 hours. So if you set it up last night at like 8 p.m.
Well, technically, I think I set it up at like 1 or 2 in the morning or something like that.
Then you should be fine. So why don't you go set that up? But even if not, I can raid them over to your channel anyways, and they can hang tight.
Okay, I'll be doing that just right now then. Love and
I'm gonna pull you up on the other side.
On the show. Thank you, Gina. Thank you.
As always.
All right.
Love it.
I'm out, guys.
Oh, look at that. All right, now we're going to, let's see if I can do this the correct way. So we're going to do that. We're going to do, is it this one? Oh, look at that. I did it. So we are back here. So I appreciate you guys so much for being here. All the raids, greatly appreciated. I wouldn't be here if it was for you guys. So I love you guys so much. We are going to go over to Ash's channel as soon as he's ready. I am going to, I should probably have already brought him up over here. But 1, 2, 3, Mad Ash. Cassie, are you in here, girl? Or Neuro? Or Cassie, are you guys in here still? Yeah, so he's going to do light side radio. So music requests. If you guys have any requests of music, guys can drop them over there to listen and stuff like that. Lots of fun. Hello, Liz. I was going to see if one of my modsies over here could set the raid up for Ash to Ash's channel. in a minute or two. I have his channel on. Guys, he is at 481 subs. He is so close to the 500 mark. So when you guys, thanks, Cassie. I appreciate you, doll. If you could just keep an eye on it, I want to make sure he can get it set up. I don't want to send you guys all over there if he has to set up a new one. He shouldn't have to. He should be fine with doing that. Yeah, but he is at 481, guys. We have at least almost 60 people in this in here watching this beautiful Just Gina show. Let's see if we can push him up to 500. That would be super exciting. 19, that's a big push. I know that's hard to do. That's some impressive numbers there, but if you can do it, Ash is very deserving, super sweet guy. I think it'll be great. A great little boost and a great little push for him. He's a great content creator. You'll set the raid for Belushi, absolutely. Actually, that has already actually been done, Ghost Pepper. So Pilled, if you guys are still over there, you're going to be going over to Mr. Belushi himself. YouTube, sorry, you guys are, I don't even think anybody's over there watching. And ETN, you came late to the question and answers. Where are we going? ETN, we are going to head over to Ash, 123 Mad Ash. So we will see you on the other side. Make sure you guys follow. Is he up and running yet? Trying to refresh. Rumble is doing their thing. YouTube does suck. I started off on YouTube. Rumble is my home. Half the time I don't even stream to Rumble. I mean to YouTube. I don't even know why I'm still on YouTube because they pick and choose which videos they decide they want to let stay over there, which is absolutely fucking obnoxious. Ash is all set. Perfect, Cassie. So if you want to perfect. If you want to set that raid, Ash, get that raid going. Guys, again, I love you. I appreciate you. He is at 481. If you beautiful peeps can go over there, do all your flashy woo-woos. I appreciate you guys. I love you. Wolfie Bank, thanks for popping in. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate you guys. I will be back here in about 15 minutes at 11. We're going to get back into this. Half Pine, if you haven't been here and you like the ASMR, this is basically lady porn. Lots of fun, very in-depth, very graphic. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty over here. Cassie, did you we're gonna do that. Preparing for liftoff. So you guys are going to be on your way. Again, I love you guys. You guys are super amazing. I appreciate the love, the gifts, the supports, the raids. All of you guys are beyond amazing in my eyes. Again, I'll be back here 11 p.m. And then don't forget tomorrow, 8 p.m. East Standard Time, over on at Third Railify Sundays. Yes, 8 p.m. I did set it to Cassie. I forgot I had it in there in the bar when I went back to the thing, and I went to type thank you in, and it was already there. So we may have what did I don't know what has happened. Yeah, we rated Ashlon, FYI. Yeah, I don't know what is Just Gina has rated. Well, that's weird because you can only do one. I don't know what happened. Why are the letters backwards? What kind of porn is that? Interesting porn. The raid worked. I guess we went to 2 places. So you guys can pick a spot. No, Ash got the raid. I'm watching Ash's raid over here. And did we no, I don't know what happened here. know. Bear with me, folkers. I guess we rated 2 different places. That was kind of interesting. I've never seen that happen before. So we rated 2 of both Ash's channels. Some went to Ashlon, and some went to 123 Mad Ash. So apparently it was in the cards for a split raid. You guys can pick one, but make sure you head over to both. Do your flashies, do your like, repost, follows, all of those things. Guys, I'll see you here in about 15 minutes or so. Neuro, we rated to 2 places. We just rated to 123 Mad Ash, and we rated to Ashlon's channel. They both went. Yeah. So we went to a couple of different places. So there's that. I thought it was a 10-minute. I don't know what happened. I guess I set one up earlier that I didn't realize when I went to my other screen. I clicked the enter button by mistake, and it sent some people, I think, over to Ash's channel, and then Ashlon's channel, and then Cassie did a raid, or Liz did a raid over to 123 Mad Ash. Anyways, we all went places. It all worked. I love you guys. See you back here in about 15 minutes or so. I meant to raid 123 Mad Ash. So again, I will see you guys later. I should probably have had this set up. I'm a hot mess right now. Dashboard. Yeah, so again, I will be back soon. Not too long. Why am I over there? Oh, live streams. There we go. Yeah, so I'll see you guys back here a few more minutes. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at Third Railify. I love you. I'll catch you guys later. Hot Mess Express. You know it, Takio. Love you guys. Bye.
Stop the boat!
We're there.
Where?
Here. A small step for mankind, but a giant step for us.